I
Well, I'm
think
doing
that
it.
Are we?
I hit a home run on this podcast episode.
Yeah, whatever.
Uh, as
I
a
hit
hot
a
take, okay.
I hit an
We got
inside
Skip
the park
Bayless
home
over
run.
here.
We
We got
got
Skip.
the baseball is just like I hit like I bunted, but the ball was just like jumping around the field and nobody could pick it up. So I'm like running around and I scored.
Yeah,
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 whatever.
sure,
that's what
sure.
happened. Yeah, that's what
And then it
happened.
went foul, and then you start all over again.
That's funny. That's funny.
Are you a baseball fan?
Yeah, I'm a base. I went to the Yankees game Thursday actually. That was my first game of the year.
Are you like keeping up at least with players? Like I know there's a lot of teams, a lot of players,
Yeah.
but are you keeping up somewhat?
I'm more interested in the pitch clock now. That's the most interesting thing in sports to me right now.
Why you think it fucks up their rhythm?
I don't know if it does, but the games are shorter, and that usually a change to like a rule change doesn't
Yeah,
impact the game so much so soon. You know,
it's
like
like a whole hour. From
yeah,
three and a
yeah,
half, it's like two
yeah.
and a half
That's
now.
a game changer, man.
It's
I'm
on
It's a
the
saying like
game
table.
changer.
you remember when everybody stopped flopping for the first month and then kept flopping after that?
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
figured it out. Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. I'm one of those people who never complain about the length of the game. I enjoyed it. It was 3 hours. I was fine. I enjoyed the game. There's a mastery to it when it comes to pitching. Staring the hitter down, waiting. You know, if it's a person on first or second, you know, playing the mind games like, am I gonna throw it first? Am I gonna do a pitch out? Am I, like things like what pitch am I gonna throw? An off speed, and then the guy just ends up running because of how slow it takes, or fastball. You know, now I have to look at the clock. Be like, oh shit, I got 12 seconds. Let me throw it real quick. You know, and then they have that also part that like the hitter can only stop once to be like, oh, let me fix my gloves and everything. I did hate that though, but once you already hit that point, like Max Scherzer was doing, he's like, okay, now I know you can't stop me. Okay, 1, 2. I'm gonna wait. Then I'm gonna throw at the last second. Or once the moment you're in the back, I'm throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's I get the MLB, but they're listening too much to the people who are normies, who not really watching the game. They're just tired like,
No.
oh my God, it's such a long thing. Like nobody complained about that for baseball. And then on top of that, in the 90s, a lot of people pitch fast. It was just rhythm turn thing. It's just like later on, and I kind of attribute this to Jeter. Every time a ball comes, they want to go back. Let me fix my gloves. You telling me you didn't swing? I gotta fix my gloves again? You telling me you got loose or something? Come on,
Yo,
like that's the thing
I
that
know
always
they're
bothers
not
me.
perfect. They're not perfectly snug.
Well,
It doesn't
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
perfect. Yeah, like
I gotta
yeah.
do my little ritual, like let me crack my neck. Oh,
Yeah,
now I can hit the
yeah.
ball. Like,
Right,
come
yeah.
on, you
No, but you know what I
fucking
like
prima
too?
donnas.
In between innings, there's also a clock.
Oh,
Yeah,
They-
I think
oh.
it's a 2 minute clock, if I'm not mistaken. So like as soon as the out is recorded, it's like a clock starts. And I was like, yo, look at that clock up there. I didn't know that was a thing.
you think
But it
before was
makes
like
sense.
5 minutes?
I think before it was like whenever they're ready to play, honestly.
But like, come on,
So-
give me time to use the bathroom. I gotta get my beer and shit. That's a long line. If y'all want to put a pitch clock, y'all gonna have to fix that line in Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like when you said they made this rule change for the normies, right? I feel like baseball, America's pastime, quote unquote. I haven't felt like that my whole life, but I kind of feel like they made this change more for people like me. I just started watching baseball for the first time this year because the game is faster. If I watch baseball, it's because I wanted to go to sleep. I'm be 100%.
Wow.
Because shit take forever. Like we might be on one guy batting for like fucking 15, 20 minutes sometimes. Like hitting balls and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like that's a real thing that happens in baseball. Dude, like, can we either get you out or get on the base already? Like, hurry it up.
You do know that's a good thing though.
Not for a casual fan. Like, basketball, football, that's the sports I deal with, so I'm gonna stay there. Basketball, football, you run in, there's a clock constantly running all the time. It's only gonna be 48 minutes unless we get at OD fouls and take forever for
It's
penalties.
never 48
like
minutes.
that. Well, like I said, when we ain't not accounting for penalties, stops, and all that shit, it's
Halftime,
different.
fucking 40 minutes.
They trying to speed that up too, but it's it's kind of like, at least the game is going. Like you be stuck here with one guy on at bat for such a long period of time sometimes, and like you said, it's boring watching. Like, dude, you just finished fucking swinging and you got to readjust your shit already. Like, you got to step back, look up the sky, do one of them swings. Like, dude, like, come on, like, can we move with it? Like, I get what you said with the pitchers and playing a mental game. I get that, but half the time it's not the pitchers. I feel like half that time is
it's
cut
always
down
the batters.
just because of the batters.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think the
it,
pitch. Oh, sorry.
as, and as you know, for me, like I've really like kind of, I'm not gonna say I've taken a liking. I just started watching it more this year. Like once they said all this, stuff, because I was interested in the pitch count stuff too, and I feel like I'm able to sit through a game and be entertained because I feel like everything is happening. Like even if the dude is there for 15, 20 minutes, at least it's happening fast. Like you come and pitch after pitch after pitch, versus it's a pitch, you might be waiting for a couple minutes, pitch, waiting for a couple minutes, pitch.
That's so funny.
It's different, And also, I kind of really feel like they're also trying to get more people's eyes on the sports because that's mostly the big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think another thing about the pitch clock and the reason for the change they really changed the sport like in 1 year right now. Like they changed the sport already. I think that so much of their revenue comes from the TV deals, and I don't think people are sitting in front of the TV for 3.5 hours watching a game. You know what I mean? Like when I was at the game, it was my first time with the clock, whatever, first game in the season, and I was like, "Yo, this is happening really fast. Like the game is flying by." But I know when you're at the game, it's 3.5 hours. It's fine. You have beers, you're talking to your people. Every pitch, you have a whole
It kind of moves
conversation.
fast, in my opinion, when you're sitting there.
Yeah, but when it was the 3 hour way, it was like every pitch you could like, all right, now let me do something else until the pitcher's ready. Now it's like you got to be glued to it because every 20 seconds or whatever the clock is, I think it's like 20 seconds, you're getting something else.
I think I know it's like if somebody's on base. No, I think it's 15 seconds. When somebody's on base, it's like 20. They give you more time.
Yeah,
that's a
but
pitcher.
the game was flying, man. Like I was like when I was having a conversation with one of my buddies, it was like I missed like 3 pitches and the guy was out, and I was like, oh snap! Like I should have been looking at the game.
I agree with the pitch clock when it comes to the batters. That shit, them coming off and off is very annoying. But when it comes to the pitcher, they shouldn't really have a time. The batter should just stick there. Like obviously, we're not gonna sit here for 30 seconds, right? But I'm a Mets fan, so I'm gonna be paying attention to Mets pitchers. But like Matt Scherzer, he's trying to figure out what pitch I'm gonna throw. He's very focused, and it kind of adds like, could you like, you know what I mean? Like bottom of the ninth, bases are loaded. You're telling me because of the way the new pitch clock, because of the new pitch clock, if he doesn't hit that time, it's an automatic walk, or a strikeout, depending what the rules are. And look, game is over, World Series is over because of a rule thing. I think it's just let the pitchers. They know when they go on to throw the ball because it throws them off. Let that chess match happen. If a batter's still there and it's like 7-9 pitches later, I think that's a great thing because a pitcher has a certain amount of pitches to throw. Once they start hitting the high 80s, the managers are like, you're going to have to get out real soon, no matter what inning it is. If a batter can do that, that's great. That's like in basketball equivalency, how many fouls you got? Oh, I got you to 5 already? That's great. I just hate the way they've taken away the integrity of the game, the chess match between the pitcher and the batter.
No, I think that I know we're blaming the batters a lot for stepping out.
Yeah.
But if you like the same way you said with the gloves with Jeter, if you're a pitcher, you got to touch that sandbag for grip every pitch, and one at bat is 11 pitches. That you're there for a long time just touching that bag after every pitch. That's
if the ball touches the floor, because they have to like get it again. I get it. I do get that.
I'm saying the pitchers are just as full. I think the pitchers are worse than the batters. I think,
but they should let the batters. They should let the pitchers have more control over the bat. Then, over the ball. What is the problem with pitchers having like pine tar or whatever? I was never against that because if you give them more control, then they can really hit the corners of the batting box. The batter has to adjust for that. Swing in, you know what I mean? Don't always pull for the fences and stuff. That's part of the game. Nowadays, if you're a righty, they're always gonna pull to the left. Nobody knows how to switch hit anymore. If we go with the Yankees, Stanton can't do that, and Judge can't do that. You know what I mean? And for the Mets, Alonso can't do that.
I think that's the most overrated thing in baseball. I think switch hitting.
They stopped that too. You can't shift the infield anymore.
Yeah, no, that's a good feature because now everybody everybody was pulling, so everybody was shifting. Every batter got a shift.
No, look at David Ortiz. My man cannot really hit opposite side of field. It's very, very small, right? Yeah. So they shifted everybody to his strong side. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's good because you're playing against I guess his weakness or his offense or whatever. It's like a basketball player. Like if I only could go right, then I'm gonna force you left. But now you're telling me I can't do that as an infield. I have to stay within. I can't shift. The third baseman. Yeah,
I think it was a great rule. I think it was a great rule. I think they're changing everything for the better now. I'm very happy.
I think they changed everything to bring more people back because now they got these inflated contracts and they got to pay these people somehow. They got to get the revenue.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Otani might get $500 million.
As he should, man. As he should.
Agreed. Agreed.
That's a strenuous game, baseball. Like that's
no.
That's crazy.
I agree. It's just that the numbers are getting crazy at this point.